I am from Canada, Zachary. Great to see you both. And
Hey!
speaking to you both, greetings from Toronto.
All
Hey,
right.
what's
I
up,
love it.
T-Dot?
T-Dot is great. We miss you. Listen, guys, I didn't know I would need 18 boxes of Kleenex next to me watching this film. So thank you kindly for that. I appreciate it. Kurt, really, you are an example of proof positive of going for your dreams and never stopping. What has it been like for you, not just to watch Zachary play you and like embody you, but to relive this whole experience?
Well, that's funny that you say relive it because you feel like you talk about it all the time, and over all these years, everybody brings up the story and you relive a lot of it. But when you're going through life, and I've got 7 kids, and you're chasing the next thing, and you're doing the next thing, you don't really have that opportunity to just kind of sit back in it and remember what you felt like, when I met Brenda the first time, what that was like, the moment with, sitting with Zach, and listening to the radio and going through some of those emotions or some of those moments along the journey that were tough. You don't really think about that much. And so that to me was, something that kind of amazed me when I watched the movie. Is it just like when you go to a movie in a theater, right? You lose everything for 2 hours and you get locked into what's going on. And those emotions came back to me. And, I remember, seeing my wife after we watched one of the renditions of it and just saying, thank you for being you, because it reminded me of what I learned from her, what she showed me and how she brought out the best in me and challenged me in new ways. So, but I should probably say that to my wife more often, but I don't. But the movie gave me an opportunity to stop for a second and remember some of those things. And I think that's really a cool part of it, is that for me and my kids, I think one of the coolest parts of the process has been my kids watching the movie.
Yes.
Because they've heard all the stories too, but as you saw in the movie, there's only 2 of them in the movie. The other 5 really didn't live through that. And they've watched the movie and tears in their eyes, or they'll turn around and go, Dad, Mom, I have a better, understanding and greater appreciation for you after watching the movie. Those are the kind of things and the emotions that were really, really cool.
Yeah, and that's what you want. And Zachary, to have this legend next to you all the time, but look, you've given us such great performances, but what kind of pressure and what's harder, learning to throw the ball or line dancing?
Well, I'm a pretty good dancer, so that's a given.
He told us that numerous times.
Given.
So.
Thank you. Picked it up like that. Everyone was so worried, like, we got to have days and days of like choreography rehearsal. I'm like, what? Went in half a day. Got it. We're done. So throwing the ball, far more difficult to figure that out, particularly since I had never really learned. I was throwing baseballs growing up. I wasn't throwing footballs so much. So, and it's a whole different mechanic, whole different process. That whole, your pointed cylindrical ball and trying to find that airstream with it, that slipstream. But look, yes, there's absolutely an inherent built-in pressure when you are doing a biopic about a person who is also very much alive and very much still famous and on television, because there's a constant comparison that people can make. But I will say that I never ever felt any kind of intimidation or extra pressure from Kurt or Brenda at all. They were so supportive of Anna and I. They were there with us a lot of the filming, and they were a great resource. We got to go to them and ask them questions about, hey, in this particular moment, what was going through your head, or what were you feeling? I mean, particularly I remember the wedding scene, and getting to see actual footage of the moments where Zach was singing to you, and your head to head, kind of this moment, this love between you guys. We watched that, we talked about it, and we made it happen. And so that was so great. It's so great to know that you can you have extra eyes and ears that lived the moment, that can help guide you through the moment, and therefore be more true to it in the long run.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I wish I had so much more time with you both. But listen, thank you so much for this wonderfully beautiful film, and how inspiring. It's so perfect for the holidays. And Kurt, listen, oh my God, my son is going to freak out that I'm talking to you this morning. But Zachary, I'm a Chuck fan and I want a reunion. So I'm just telling you that now.
I'm working on the movie. I'm working on it.
All right.
Okay. I know I have asked Yvonne and she's in. She told me she's in. So
Okay.
Merry Christmas to you.
Guys,
Thank you
happy
so much.
holidays, and thank you for this. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.